Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. The new microphone has arrived. Tiny little thing. Now I'm recording currently using the microphones on the camera, and I'm holding the camera in my left hand because I need my right hand free to plug the new microphone in. Now it might not let me change it while I'm recording, but it's got to be worth a try. And I'm holding the camera roughly the distance it would be from me when I'm filming. I mean, I do like to see the screen with what I'm pointing at, so the microphones on the camera are probably about 20 to 30 centimeters from my mouth. So let's try plugging the microphone in. Oops, I pointed at the roof, why don't you? Waggle around. Right. That's with the microphone now, providing it's managed to switch over okay. I do actually see a symbol on the screen that shows a little picture of a microphone. So in theory I've changed over and I'm now using the new microphone, which will always be the same distance from my mouth. So no matter what I do with the camera, so if it's on the tripod and I walk over the other side of the grow room or down the bottom of the garden, the level shouldn't change. I am interested in the actual level that it's recording at though, to make sure it's on a par with the automatic microphones built into the camera, simply on the grounds that the voice on my videos, the soundtrack that I record, you know, each time, the new bits, are supposed to be balanced with the music at the beginning and at the end, so that you don't get a dramatic difference between the two. Although I'm not quite sure what device one person is using, but they say that when my video starts they leap out of their chair because it's so loud, so they turn it down, and then when it gets to my voice they can't hear it. But nobody else has complained about that, so it may be a device relative thing. I mean, obviously I'm listening to all my videos. I watch my videos through in full before they get published, just in case there's any glitches or mishaps with the camera, you know, that you don't see until you watch it back, and also any slip-ups with the the language, which we won't have, obviously. That very rarely happens, but yeah, sometimes there's a very slight edit to get rid of something I shouldn't have said, maybe. But anyway, so that's with the new microphone, and hopefully a valid recording level because it is on automatic. I believe it's on automatic. It's difficult to tell. And then that's with the microphone taken out, so that's gone back to the camera's microphones now. I suspect, in comparison, given that this is a reasonable quality microphone, you know, it wasn't a £5 job. You can buy a clip-on microphone for £3 something on eBay. This costs considerably more than that, so it should be a reasonable quality. And I suspect the difference will be the dynamic range. So it could make the camera's microphone sound a bit tinny, you know, a bit lacking in bandwidth, I'll call it, you know, from the low frequencies to the high frequencies, whereas the new microphone should pick those up a lot crisper. But let's go and have a listen. That's the easiest way. Okay, what I did was I downloaded that clip that I'd filmed, stuck it into my software as though I was making it into a video, which I am, but it's not finished yet, and had a listen to it. And when the new microphone was plugged in, the volume went right up dramatically. To me it sounds a bit bassy, but I have to bear in mind that probably, well, definitely over half of the people who watch my videos watch on a phone, where there is no depth to the sound. You know, you can't get a decent sound out of a 1 centimetre speaker. It's not possible, but you can with headphones. So I think the added depth to the voice might be useful to a lot of people. The better sound system you use, the more you should notice the difference. So this is back on the camera mic again, but I'm just going to plug the microphone back in, and this time the camera is on manual, which gives me the controls for the microphone. So in theory, it shouldn't come out quite so loud this time round. Right, so that's with the new microphone, and I've got the manual control now on the volume for the microphone, which I've turned down from the automatic level. Now, if you remember in the previous test that we did, that was just playing with the settings on the camera. When I switched to manual, the voice virtually disappeared. So hopefully this is now balanced. I've had a look at the various levels I can set to, and this is somewhere in the middle, so it should be around the same volume as what the speakers on the camera would normally produce, but using the quality of the new microphone. So but the downside of having it like that is that the camera is on manual. Now, when I do a live broadcast, the camera has to be on manual. And quite honestly, as far as the filming is concerned, it really doesn't make a lot of difference. The focusing mechanism still works, even though the camera's on manual. You know, it still does an autofocus function. Just takes a little bit longer, I've noticed. But it still works, if you know what I mean. So I can still film at distance and be in focus and get in pretty close. I mean, this is early in the day at the moment, so the light level's absolutely appalling. But yeah, so that's with the new microphone set to manual. I can't switch from manual to automatic while I'm filming, but I can take the microphone out again, so that we can now do a direct comparison with the microphones on the camera, but with the camera on manual. And now, just as an experiment, I'm going to switch the camera back to fully auto, so I'll have to turn it off and back on again. I'll be back. Right, now that's back with the camera on full auto mode. As far as filming is concerned, all that actually does is speed up the autofocus process. But that's obviously using the camera's microphones with everything fully automatic and no adjustments available to me. So anyway, I'll post this as it is so that you can have a listen and compare the different bits as we go along. I'll add pop-ups in to say what's going on, even though I said it in words. So as the sound is changing because I'm doing something different, I'll put a little pop-up to say what the new thing that's happening actually is. And then you can have a think about how much of an improvement it actually is, if any. I mean, there may be quite a few of you that actually say, oh, I prefer the microphones on the camera, which is fair enough. Which, when I'm filming normally, I'm going to use anyway, because I can't be bothered with faffing around with the clip-on microphone. But when I'm doing things like my chats on Sunday and stuff, the new microphone will come into its own, because I'll be able to go anywhere in the grow room, including turning my back, bending down on the floor, all that sort of stuff, and it won't affect the volume on the video. So, right, have a listen, see what you think. I know some people probably don't give a monkeys one way or the other, but you know, I mean, I'm trying to improve things where possible without being ridiculous on cost. I mean, I could go out and spend £2,000 on a camera, and if you're going to watch it on a phone, you'll never know the difference. Simple as that. You know, I could bump up my quality to, you know, to 4K. You know, like your big flashy smart TV quality. But most people aren't watching on a device where they would even notice the difference. Plus, I would need a pilot's license probably to work out how to use it. This one's bad enough for the amount of settings it's got. And 95% of those settings I've never touched because I don't need to. So, you know, there's a limit to how much you can bump up your quality for the sort of videos we're doing. You know, I'm not producing TV programs at the end of the day. You know, this is YouTube stuff. So anyway, see what you think of it all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by. Sunday chat tomorrow. Oh, and for those that are still hanging in there, thanks to all those new subscribers. It really has, you know, in the last couple of weeks, we really have made a good addition to the final total, and there's now less than 50 to go. And in the big scheme of things, when you're talking 10,000, less than 50 is not a huge amount. So we're going to get there a bit sooner than I expected. So I'll have to check my bank account and make sure I can afford the giveaway. Yeah. I suspect that YouTube won't acknowledge the 10,000 until it's quite a bit above the 10,000, because they have to make allowances for a rolling effect where new subscribers come in, but some actually drop off. Yeah, so they'll probably wait a while before they acknowledge it, but I can acknowledge it one way or the other, so we don't have to wait for YouTube to do its thing. I think all I get is an email saying, well done, goody goody, we now make more money from your videos. And you might get a little bit more as well. Anyway, thanks for dropping by. If you're not subscribed, think about doing so. Be one of those last few that takes us over the line. You know, I'd love to be able to identify the one who does it, the actual individual who hits that 10,000 mark. But there's an awful lot of people don't make their subscriptions public. So they subscribe to channels and that channel never knows they're actually subscribed because they keep it private, which is fair enough. I mean, it's an individual thing. So I may never know who the one was. It would be nice, but anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday chat, and thanks for dropping by.